wear a mask, social distance, stop going out, please.
This is what he does at the beginning of every show, and I just gotta let it ride. So
Every show.
So nothing I can say to that. Y'all know what it is. Community Coalition Show. This is actually episode number 79, and I'm actually proud of it. Remember that? But I ain't gonna
look at that.
I wrote it down for real. But we in this thing, y'all.
It's all
Back
good.
again, fall off of all kinds of stuff. I'm alive, so I'm happy.
Yep.
So, yeah, because wasn't feeling good for the last couple of days, and not feeling good during these times. It could be scary for like 4 hours, right? Yeah. So I'll get in that in a second. But if you're watching this, even if you're listening to this, K Wilson David UK, but we've also got a third dude on the screen, the other black dude.
What it do?
Hey.
Some random dude that's decided to join the show.
Right. I mean, but he's family.
No,
he may be random, but it's family.
This is not his family. This is the bro. This is also the co-founder along with me of Black Squirrel Media. I got to throw that out there.
Hey.
This is everything, man. I don't like we go back.
Yeah, man. We got stories we could tell. That could be a whole podcast, just us telling stories of us driving around searching for food.
We've talked
That's
about
a podcast.
I need to hear that podcast.
So
we definitely need to do that podcast.
Like we could do a not even just like one podcast. It's like a series.
Yeah, it could be a series because those stories get deep and funny.
Also, I need to go on a food run with you guys.
Yeah,
I feel that needs to happen now.
You just gotta bring protection because you don't know what happened. It's this.
Oh, it goes down like that.
And this be in the safest neighborhoods too. Like we're not going out looking for trouble. We in safe neighborhoods.
The safest of neighborhoods.
And then you see that one crackhead wants to come out of the shadows that day.
Literally.
That is a perfect analogy.
Bro, I know because it happens to me anytime I go out.
See,
it used to happen all the time.
That's
just like I'm out with friends and then, hey yo, what's up? I see all y'all.
And that's yeah. Darius Regis is with us, y'all.
What's good, man? I'm excited to be on here, man. I know we've been talking about this for a while, but my schedule has been crazy. But I'm happy to be on here and do this show with y'all. Show episode number 79. I know it's hard. 79. I know it's hard to remember episode numbers because that's when we were doing our thing. I'll be looking. I was like 6 maybe. I don't know. Then you got to go back, start counting your episodes.
Mm-hmm. The only way I remember is I actually have to go back to the website and look at the previous one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wrote it down. I was like, okay, 79. I'm gonna get this one.
Right. Like I actually need to write it down now.
Yeah. So I have to look at the art I created for the post, the social media post. Like, okay, that's like I'm actually developing a system for this now. Yeah, 79 of these. So we on here, man. And like you always said, we're gonna have some fun. I know.
Yep. Oh, did we even introduce like everything? What's good? It's the Community Coalition Show. Y'all know what it is. David 2K, K Wilson, and our boy Darius.
Yeah, I did that. But we do it again.
Cool.
This the show is gonna be. This is what it's gonna be, y'all. We here.
Right.
And I came to have some fun. Like I said, it's been we coming off of the holiday weekend was cool. How was the holiday?
I mean, mine was good. I didn't know if you were asking me. You were with me, so
I know. Like,
my bad. I was waiting for David to answer, and I was like, I guess it's on me.
I didn't even know that you guys were together. Yeah, like if I even knew that, I probably would have pulled out.
No, I was waiting for that to come up. I just wanted.
We hosted Thanksgiving. Your tribe, my brother's tribe, all y'all came over. It was a good time. Good eating. Good sleeping.
Good.
Absolutely.
Man, like, okay, so the food was so good.
Mm-hmm.
After, like, it wasn't even barely any words spoken.
No. Just out.
That's
This
one.
of the joints, you were so stuck, you had to pee, and you just held that joint for like an hour.
Looking around at my
like right there to see the bathroom.
My wife yelled at me for something, and I was doing everything in my power to just yell out an answer, and it was like, "No, I gotta walk downstairs." Like, come on, man.
Erwin fell asleep for like a whole 4 hours.
A whole 4 hours.
Wow.
I mean, in good sleep.
And I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of hating the whole time. And I'm watching them like, young, like that could be me right there. But the couch I'm sitting on is it long enough for me? He got the good couch. Oh man,
he had a good 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah, he woke up like, am I still here? Like, yeah,
I know.
Look,
it was literally like maybe it was after the meal because I ate good. I went in on mac and cheese. I'm still going in on mac and cheese to this day. And I had some good, there was ham, there was turkey. I don't really rock with the turkey. I rock with the ham. There was mashed potatoes. A lot of really, really good food. Shouts to Grace. Shouts to Kumham.
No, but young, I ain't get no plate. See,
hey man, where
I know
you?
It's not your fault. I know it's not your fault.
You know what's really wild though? Here's the thing. I just realized I've been pronouncing Kumam's name wrong for years. Like I'm like Kuman, and she's just nice enough to keep going with it. I just heard David say it, and I was like, I've been butchered,
bro. You know, and do you know why?
Why?
Because people have been pronouncing this girl's name wrong forever. So at one point, you just stop caring.
Yeah, no,
it's
I understand.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Yeah. I respond to if you say "there he is" fast enough, I'll respond to it. Just because people just couldn't say my name right. So
Darius.
Kumam.
Yeah, but people jack up like Darius and
Darius.
I've heard that. Yeah.
I've seen my name spelled wrong before.
David?
Yeah, see,
no, this is okay. This not like I will shoot this person some bail because this was in middle school, but it was Daved. And I looked at it and I laughed.
Yeah, what grade? Still, okay, middle school. Come on.
Sixth grade.
No, you're not getting past. You're not.
You know what? Many kids named David at that point to not know how to spell it though.
Come on.
Yes, but also,
like
I realized as an adult, people just can't spell.
Oh
yeah.
No, you right.
Somebody's saying to be like red squiggly lines under everything, like
right.
Like
and that's the way they're speaking.
Auto spell has ruined spelling for me terribly. Like if I don't have autocorrect, I mean it's
right.
It's the Wild Wild West. Right. So
shouts to the American public school system.
Yeah, because we're not getting David.
No, I'll talk about David and names. I'll never forget, Kenny, at your graduation, there was this a counselor reading off the names. This woman was going through the O's. And she was going through the African names of O like a champ. You can tell she practiced, like she was nailing them. Like Otiwalaje, all this other stuff. It was just going through them.
Get them Nigerian names.
She got to Christopher Owens and just messed up. She was like, Christopher. I felt like she was struck. She was so concentrated on the African names. His name came up and he just walked across the stage shaking his head. I was like, dang, man. Like you thought she can definitely get it right. Nope.
There was a story about there was a story about a Nigerian teacher, a substitute that pronounced all the Nigerian kids' names for once, and then all the white kids' names got them wrong.
Yeah.
And I saw that and I laughed so hard.
Yeah, like you know what? You know how it feels. Susan. Like how it feels now. Like
oh man.
See, I have a basic name. The only places that jack my name up are Chipotle and Starbucks. Those are the only two places I've ever seen jack up. How do you jack up Kenneth? Chipotle, I got a burrito one time. It said Kennedy on it. Starbucks, the same thing. Got my cup and it was like Kelsey or something. Like who? Like I remember at Starbucks. Like, waiting for my order. I ordered and I'm waiting, and I hear all everybody get their names. And I was people who ordered after me, they're gone. They got their stuff. I'm still waiting. Like what the hell? Like so again, I'm like okay, I'm waiting on the order for Kenneth. Like so she's going through the little cups that are there. She's like, no, what did you order? And so I told her what I ordered. Oh, we thought you were Kelsey.
Oh my Lord. Oh. No.
First, there's so many different. I got so many issues right now.
So many questions.
Like when you put my order, do I look like a Kelsey? Like
I guess they've been taught ask no questions.
They ask no questions.
I had a security guard at my job. We got to check in, and every once in a while, if I go to a certain facility, they got to write your name down.
Right.
So I told the lady, I was like, I'm Darius. She was like, how do you spell that? D-A-R-A. And I was like, what 2 letters did you just say? I was like, no, it's R. I'm not R. Kelly. I'm just R. Bro.
At this point, I like whenever I go to a place and they ask for my name, I say Johan, just because. First of all, it makes me laugh, and then second, you're probably like David is simple, but also I just want to make a joke because like at all these places they'll get your name wrong. It's like like Kenny said, Kenneth Kelsey. Like how do you get
an L? Like,
it's amazing. Yeah. And at Starbucks especially, I already know they like at this point it's either they do it on purpose or like
this is why I order online from Starbucks now.
Yeah. I can't even
no, I just feel like they have all the average white names like pre-programmed or something. So like don't have an ethnic name. Your order's screwed. Like, you're not gonna get your order though.
They got Paige, Josiah, and somehow they'll spell Josiah correctly too.
Correctly.
And then be spelling David with an ED.
Gotta know those places.
Man.
Oh man, fella. So holidays was good. Yeah, we really good, man. Everybody got a good break. I know I had to like chill, lay low for a little bit.
Hey man, I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, and I was good, and I knew it wasn't COVID or anything, like, and that's another thing too, like seasonal bugs. And I know every year I get one. When the weather changes, I get a little bug. I just feel bad, just tired, or achy. But you can't say that to people.
Nah, not this.
Not this year.
No, so that's why like I kind of kept it on the low. I ain't really say too much because people are real paranoid now. I didn't have any respiratory issues. I ain't had no cough or nothing. I just felt bad, So I just get rest, like ride it out, sweat it out, flew it up, and I'm good, like because I've seen some madness.
Oh yeah,
people coughing and sneezing and people freaking out. Like I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and chill. People, yeah.
And when this first started, Gina, every time we would go out, like, she'll be at home perfectly fine. We'll get into the store, she'll get into a sneezing fit. I was like, come on, man, we can't. I was like, they gonna kick us out.
That's who you want, like,
I don't know what's going on. Just every time I get out, I'm like, come on, man.
Every time I've seen Gina, like, since, she's felt something.
Yeah, and that's because the weather has been screwy too.
Oh yeah, like, I mean it was 50, then 90.
It rained yesterday.
It's like 90. Next day is 10 with a wind chill, like back and forth. So it's just like you don't know how to prepare for this stuff.
No.
I remember I took my daughter to soccer practice, and when we left the house, the sun was up. It was nice. It was like mid-60s. in an hour, it was like 35 degrees outside when the sun blocked. Like, I felt bad for the kids out there. I went to the car. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to the whip. Y'all got to practice out there.
I feel you.
You got your coat? All right. Like, yeah. So, like, that's something like, and it's sad. Like, people really, I've seen people spazzing out. People beefing with each other and stuff now. Like,
especially.
You know, and it's hard enough trying to get around family, you know.
Yeah.
We got family like this year. I didn't want to go see my mom this year, you know, because like this weekend, because I was like, nah, we're not risk anything at this point. You know, we got to look out for, especially the high people. But then I'm watching videos of the rest of the world
gather. Yeah.
It was like a huge party this weekend that never ended.
Yeah.
Like Wednesday to Sunday. Everybody in the world was out except us.
Yeah.
I was so
that's
angry.
real.
Like I'm looking at videos and pictures of the airport, and it looked like nothing was going on.
Yeah.
Like I thought I saw OJ jumping through that joint like the Hurts commercial. What is this? No
everybody
mask.
and their mother.
No mask nowhere.
Nah.
Everybody's partying, no mask. I'm like,
I mean, but that also though, there was a really big concern that the numbers. I mean, that's what everybody's looking for. Like a week or so from now, there's probably gonna be a massive spike.
Oh, we're gonna see it.
Yeah. I was like,
so
here we go again. It's frustrating.
Yep.
You know,
here come that third wave.
What wave are we on now?
I don't even know, bro.
I just stopped doing, like, you know, I hang out with family, and my circle has been real small because I'm medium to high risk with some of my other things. But yeah, I mean, people like at work, they told us to go back in once every other week, and for the past 2 times I would go in, somebody would have COVID in. Like I'm in a big building, but the one section I'm in, they go, yeah, we found somebody else with COVID. I said, I ain't doing this.
What?
So the past 2 times, I've only been in, I go in twice a month. Both of those times, I'll go in on like a Wednesday, Friday meeting. Somebody in that section had COVID again. Y'all got to stop playing with me.
Yeah.
So I was just like, So I think I was supposed to go in right before Thanksgiving that Wednesday. And I was like, I told him no, working from home.
Man.
Nope. This is getting bad.
I haven't gone out for like the past, I feel like I haven't gone out for like the past month.
You ain't missing nothing.
Honestly.
You ain't missing
nothing.
I went to the grocery store this morning. It was like a war zone all over again. All over again. Like, fam, I'm really legit still using toilet paper. Last time. There's a bunch of us in this joint.
Yeah. It's
like, there's no way y'all are using this much toilet paper.
I'm not understanding. I'm like, on a regular day-to-day basis, that big, like that Costco joint,
that Costco
paper,
yep,
that joint's lasted at minimum like 6.
Yeah.
How many of y'all in the house?
Well, it's just 2 of us, so it's not that bad. But even when I was at my parents' house, that big one would last a while.
Yeah.
I don't know what are you just throwing toilet paper down the toilet? I mean, just because to make sure it works?
That's what
I'm not understanding.
You just clogging drains all week. Like plungers working overtime because y'all just
right. See, this is why I started getting what's it called? Baby wipes.
You know, and that's I use all right, since we met, we talking.
Yeah.
Right.
I use both. You know
this is a safe space.
Safe space. I use both.
Always, I do too.
You get out the way, and you always follow up with the wipe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm a big dude. I got big hands. I use 2. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
But still, even then, like,
I'm gonna throw something different at y'all. I'm gonna throw something different.
But you got the
bidet?
Toilet with the spritz.
You got the bidet?
Yeah. It's a the bidet systems that they sell way too expensive. But they got the joint with a it's like a handle. It's like a hose.
Oh,
like,
okay.
You know the joint that you put like on your sink back in the day. All the sinks used to have them.
Yeah.
You use one of those. Listen,
you got one of those Japanese toilets?
No. It's just a toilet, and you have the attachment on.
He got that Bushido Brown from Boone.
I'm gonna tell you right now, life has been changed. That joint was talking about my wife because she was like, I don't understand. She was like, you get mud on you, you go take a shower.
Yeah.
But you go number 2 and you use some paper?
Yeah.
What you doing? Just smearing stuff around?
Right.
So
like you don't do mud. If you go with mud and you start wiping it, your mud is just further up your arm.
Yeah.
Right.
And I thought about it and I was like, okay. So we got one and I used it and I was like, we went to India. That's a whole nother story. I won't get
into. I kind of know about what goes on there.
Just don't shake nobody's hand.
That's
different hand in India.
That's different.
Put it that way to you.
That's different.
Yeah. So we came back. We got one. That joint, I just can't because
Go ahead, say it.
It's a safe space, man.
Sometimes when it's just like it's thick. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's thick, like and so you've been at this point in time. It's like a brown marker. Man, 5 seconds. Feeling good.
Yeah, I'll tell you this, man.
Clean. You change it'll change. Toilet paper saved. Yeah. Water don't cost nothing.
Yeah.
It took me about 5 minutes to hook up.
I gotta get the link.
I will send it to everybody. I'll come and do the installation for you.
Bro.
You guys probably spray lavender spritz and all types of stuff.
Huh?
Bro,
we spray lavender spritz.
Nah, it's mine is just you push the handle full thrust.
Yeah.
Now I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nah, nigga need some pressure because I need some
takes a little get you.
Well, see,
hey man, we laughing, but I'm dead serious about this.
No. Because if that pressure too hard, your manhood is gone. Like you got to be just right. Because if it's too weak, it ain't doing nothing.
If you pay a little more, you can get the one that's kind of a little more pressure sensitive as you go.
Okay.
And so like as you like a garden hose, you squeeze
that's
it.
That's the one I got in the shower. And they got the real long cord, so I can hit that real quick. Yeah.
Right.
But if you hit the wrong angle,
the way you guys jump.
If it's too hot, whole shower experience going. But I get it. So Darius is like Bushido Brown. Bushido Brown apparently doesn't wipe his own ass. So man. But it's all good. Hey, we got these conversations, fellas.
The royal penis is clean.
Hey, look, fellas, y'all can't be walking around here with shit stains and shitty butts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We try to put y'all.
We're not doing that.
No, we're not doing that 24. So and ladies, if you fellas, put them on.
Don't let them do it.
Listen, you gotta
I've come to the point where I go to the bathroom with at work because I don't know what happened to the grown men at my job. I go to the bathroom. I got a little Lysol joint.
Yep.
Hit it with a little wipe. Throw that joint away, and we good to go. Because I can't trust it.
Can't trust none of y'all. Right. So, and I like nice toilet paper. I'm a big dude. I can't do that cheap toilet paper.
Right.
When I used to
that single ply,
man,
which becomes a triple ply by the time you finish.
Hey man, even at this point, even that 2-ply isn't doing it.
Man, and that's one of those things as an adult when you start to grow up and you learn.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize this now.
I have no problem paying, but for better quality.
Right.
Also speaking of that, when I used to teach at the school, everybody knew when I went to the bathroom. I had a backpack, like a little drinks with me because I keep my products with me.
Yeah. Right.
And the school, love the school, but they wasn't paying for the Charmin.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had to wipe that, like you said, the little spray, because that's the last thing you need, right. Principal walking on your boss, walking on you going ham in that. Like, oh my bad, yeah.
Nah, you want to know what what I'm a believer in, since we on the subject, we going there.
Let's go.
Poopery.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about it.
Because you wouldn't think the little spritzes in the bowl would do anything.
Yeah, they do.
Nah, man, that don't hide everything.
Yep.
And that was like, I went to somebody's house, and I won't lie, it was a Caucasian person's house, and I was like, where's the spray? And it was like, no, I just got some poopery. So I was like, I get that joint with that little 5 sprays.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good afterwards. I was like,
and make sure when you do that stuff, you got to hit it early too.
Oh yeah, you got to do it before. You can't do it after.
Hit that and flush. That's another thing, fella. Don't be sitting there with his festering in a bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Like, flush that stuff out, y'all.
Right.
Like, hit it, let it go. Spray. You good. Prevention is the key.
Prevention is key.
Prevention is key here. Oh man, so we'd have been on that long enough.
Sorry.
That was great.
This will be on right now. I'm having fun.
I love this.
So I do got just a couple things though. So
right.
I'm talking about the weekend. I'm sorry. Did y'all watch the fights?
Yeah.
I didn't know either one of them were happening. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am out of touch a lot of times. I'm in school and other things. Right. So I miss things.
Oh.
But I saw the highlights.
Yeah.
I don't miss those. I don't miss those.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed.
I was gonna order. I was like debating hard because I'm home chilling. I was like, man, I ain't got nothing else to do. Mm-hmm. Mine was sitting here. And I went to the pay-per-view site in 50. Which
50?
50. That's pay-per-view. You know how it is. And it's a Mike Tyson on the card.
Nah.
I was expecting. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more, honestly. So I was about to hit it, and I was like, something told me like, nah, man, it might be a waste.
You can bootleg
it. That was the greatest decision you made in your life.
Yeah. And I was like, with social media, all you gotta do is stay on Twitter. You're gonna know exactly.
Right.
You know? So I was like, okay, I might have a 10-second lag from everybody posting on Twitter, but I can live with that right now.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's better than the 50 that was gonna go to waste.
I got it free 99.
Glad, man. I'm so glad. Man. But for real, the Mike Tyson fight, like, I don't know why everybody was disappointed. Like, they really thought.
They were good.
I mean, it was good, but everybody thought Mike Tyson was just going to kill Roy Jones Jr. Like,
first off, I think everybody forgot the most important thing. It was an exhibition.
Exhibition.
Heaven on earth. I apologize, David. I sent you down the wrong way, and that's what the
exhibition.
So, they weren't allowed to throw full punches. So what were you expecting?
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people realized it or knew that. They just thought they saw Mike Tyson, and but then also they saw the previous videos.
Yeah,
we saw the workout videos that he did, which were genius because he built up the hype. I mean, he looked crazy,
right?
But again,
I mean, something should have told everybody that the fact that the board, the fighting board, looked at these two dudes and were like, ain't nobody throwing a full punch. Like, that alone should tell you so much about what was going on.
Yeah, they like, I was more fearful of cardiac arrest.
Do you know?
Anything else in this joint, you know what I'm saying? Like, and granted, for their age, they look great.
Yeah.
But we're talking about boxing. Like, that's a different animal when it comes to like athleticism, endurance, and stuff.
Right. I remember going to a workout and just being, they're like, just go on the heavy bag and go on it for a minute. And I was like, what type of workout is this? 35 seconds in, I was like, heaven on earth. This is tiring. Like, throwing punches is not a easy game.
Not a game. I trained for several months as a teenager when I was in peak shape. Two hardest things ever, wrestling and boxing. And I literally would leave wrestling practice at high school, drive down to Tacoma Park and go to boxing practice, right?
Yeah.
Like, when I tell you, football practice, give me that any day of the week. Basketball practice, give me that any day of the week.
Any day of the week.
Any day of the week. The first 10 minutes, boxing or wrestling, the warm up is dangerous. I remember my first day, he was like, yeah, go hit the jump rope for 10 minutes. I'm like, all right, jump rope 10 minutes, warm up. He about a minute and a half in.
Mm-hmm.
That's another exercise that you start doing, because you used to do it as a kid and you start to realize, oh, this is tiring.
Yeah.
My legs are beat. I ain't made for this no more.
Like you start questioning, I'm talking about life decisions. Like, I gotta get out of here. I got fake an injury. I gotta get out of here. Like that was
trying to kill me.
The hardest stuff, yo. It's physically draining. It's taxing to go that hard, and that's why the rounds are so short.
Yeah,
and that's I'm telling you, that 3 minutes is the longest 3 minutes
lifetime
of your life.
To be taking hits and swinging back. Yeah, that's
taking hits, moving, pacing yourself.
Yep.
Right.
Like that's why when you start to wonder why do they clinch so much, it's part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's hard. So I'm like, these dudes in their 50s.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. That is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, so I want to give them props just for that. And then afterwards, like, I just like listening to Mike Tyson now.
Oh, it's classic. I mean, it's he's a gem.
He
is.
Like,
he really is.
He's like one of the most genuine people if you ever listen to him talk now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, when was the last time you ever hear somebody say, dude asked him a question? He was like, shit, I don't even know how to answer that.
Yeah.
Like, that was an amazing question. He was like, he's a good or a bad way. He was like, I guess in a good way. I don't even know what to even begin to think to.
Yeah.
Like, that is such a rarity in this world, to have people who they're just that open to the book. They're not afraid to say whatever's on their mind in fear of like backlash or something. He said, and also too, who's gonna say something to him? But like, but still,
I mean, he's tired at the moment. He's tired, so you have a chance to like run at least.
If you listen to like his podcasts and stuff like that, like, I think Mike Tyson, and I thought about this weekend, like, we're not going to appreciate him
right
until maybe years later, until it's too late.
Right.
And it's unfortunate. Like, he had his battles, he went through a lot, but I think at the end of the day, like,
I don't think anybody will ever hit the boxing scene like he did.
Oh, in the early years? No, and we're not going to see that again. One, because I don't think we're going to see a heavyweight like that again.
No.
And he changed a lot of, because heavyweights, they were just stiffs for the most part. Sit there, take hits, tall, big, burly stiffs.
Yeah.
And he was a stocky, athletic, quick, get under you type of fighter.
Right.
Changed a lot.
I mean, when you think about his biggest move was throwing a punch with the same hand twice that was so fast that professional boxers didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
He threw a right jab and then a right hook. And it's so fast.
Yep.
Like I saw him do it just the other day training. And I was like, I don't want any part of that.
You're not gonna do out with that joint. Remember,
what is that?
Man, if y'all because you can watch these. Either go on YouTube, or if you ever get like the Mike Tyson Ultimate Knockouts collection, volumes 1 and 2.
The dude with the fro?
Yo. Oh. Is that the one he knocked out the screen? It's a couple of them joints. I think that's the dude where, like, it's so many of them. But I mean, one dude, he hit him with that combo. Body shot, crossface. And by the time the dude was you could watch in slow-mo. His side was quivering. Like, he hit him and his whole his body started collapsing.
Yeah.
Before he got hit in the face. Like, that's how quick it was. He didn't have time to react. You're watching the ripples come from his side, and all you see is fist coming.
Yeah.
It was so quick, slow-mo, like, stuff like that. Mike Tyson fights. That's why this fight was also such a, like, if we weren't in quarantine, if this wasn't a pandemic, this would have been a major event.
Oh, absolutely.
This would have been the move to be at. Like, that's what Mike Tyson's fights were.
Oh.
Now, I remember I was young, so I remember like the glimpses of it, But nah, man. So he said he wants to do more.
I saw that Evander Holyfield was he's kind of in shape. So if that happens, I would love to see that.
I didn't realize they're friends now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They made up and all that other stuff. Mike was like, that was a bad time,
And that's the thing about Mike. Mike is really like he's gone back and like tried to like reconcile for a lot of things and apologize and openly talk about like his drug use.
Yeah.
And stuff he abused and steroids and stuff. Like he talks about this stuff. So like I said, it's just, so hopefully he continues to do well. But that wasn't the fight. That
wasn't the fight of the weekend. It was not.
That was not the fight that we all expected.
The greatest fight I mean, listen, I watch knockout videos. All right. Facebook will be like greatest knockouts from 2002. And I'm like, awesome. Let's do it. I mean, to the point where I'll never forget the fight. Kenny, you probably remember this because I saved it on my DVR to show everybody.
Which one?
One of my good friends had a boyfriend that was fighting on an HBO fight. I'll put it at that so I don't go into much more detail because then people start figuring it out. And I was like, bet. I had HBO. I was working for the cable company, so I had HBO for free. Came home late from work, and I was like, well, you know what? I got the fight on. I put it on in my room, put the fight on. He got hit so hard, his face turned into a cartoon. Like, when you get hit and your whole face goes the other way? It was bad. I mean, it was awesome.
Oh my god,
it was bad. I instantaneously hit record. And then anytime somebody would come over, I was like, ayo, you want to watch this joint real quick? Because I knew it wasn't going to be anywhere else. It was too small of a fight to be somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like, oh man.
But this knockout was like, you can't fall with no, like, it wasn't like I stuttered, I slipped. You had both hands at your side and just like cartoon fell.
Yeah. Poor Nate.
Man.
Poor little Tink.
I'm really sad about that. One, because I hate that YouTuber.
Yeah.
Two, I really like when I saw the video of the knockout, and I was watching live, but like it kind of froze, and then like when it came back, dude was face down on the floor. I said, "What just happened?"
No, I mean, I didn't realize the little YouTube dude. What's his name? Jake Paul or something?
Jake Paul.
Apparently, he had been in a couple fights before.
Yeah,
he fought KS1. Is that other YouTuber's name?
No. He fought his little brother actually, Comedy Shorts Gamer.
No, he fought. Didn't he fight KS1, the guy from England?
No,
the black guy from
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
Yeah, Logan.
His big brother fought Dude's big brother.
Yeah,
and that
lost
was
twice.
That was
No, sorry, they tied once and then he lost the second time.
I haven't seen the second one, so
yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I don't keep up with these cats. I like the weigh-in. I didn't. Something didn't feel right. Once they weighed in, and he looked at the camera and said, "Tell Nate's kids not to watch this fight." And I was like, that's a bold thing to say. So I was like, either he's really like YouTubing it up and he's playing that role.
That's what I thought he was doing.
Or my man was just ready.
He was
legit. Brought the kids into it. I was like, yo, when you bring the kids and stuff like that, either you're really confident or this is not going to go well for you, fam.
Right.
Well, he was really confident. Nate's kids, I hope, and I feel bad saying this, but I hope they didn't watch this fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm praying. I'm praying his kids are super young. Right now they're home from school, so kids can't even tease them about it. They got like a whole nother semester for them to forget.
Right.
Your dad's become a meme, not a good one.
Somebody said his son is the man of the house now.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, Dad, go take out the trash.
I was like, honestly, there were too many. And the sad thing is that they were all funny.
All hilarious.
I didn't want to laugh.
And then the Black community, anytime you get a situation like this, the Black community just got a gut punch. All of us is,
that's it.
Then my man, the next day, he got an outfit with Nate's jersey on. I was like, oh, damn, he's really going in.
And you can't even say, I'm going to fight you. No, you're not.
You're knocked out again?
Not again. You're not, damn.
Nah,
so I was like, oh, man. Like, took an L.
I really feel bad because, like, I think Nate is actually around my height.
Yeah, he's like 5'9", something like that.
5'8", 5'9".
He's 5 something, and I'm like when I saw this, like when I used to see him do the dunk contest, I said, "Man, look at this guy. He's amazing." There's hope. Like I had hope that one day I'd be able to dunk. I've let go of that dream, but also now I can really, very much confidently say, "Oh no, I'm never gonna be able to maybe even hit the rim." To touch the rim.
Now you good. Trust me. I'm telling you, that's not a place you want to be.
It was
a grown man business right there.
Yeah.
I feel because even the little bit of boxing I saw him do, he had no business being in that ring.
Oh man,
right.
Yeah, like he was doing this and I was like,
he kept lunging forward. That was the biggest thing that we kept seeing.
Here was the biggest problem. You watch that knockout punch, he walked into it.
He did. He looked like a rock'em sock'em robot.
Yep.
He was taking a punch and kept on going into it. And I'm like, where are you going?
Yeah.
The dude wasn't there anymore, and you had still taken another step.
Well, first, he had got dropped first.
Yeah.
Remember the whole video? He got knocked down the first time.
Right.
Got up, tried to walk it off. I don't think he was ready, but he ain't had no choice.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That ref set him up. Because when you do real boxing matches, the ref grabs your hands, shakes it. He looks you dead in the eye and makes you look him back. Nate is looking at my man. That should have been number one. Like, hey, look at me in the eye. Let's do this. The announcer, you can hear him saying, this is serious. What is happening to Nate?
Yeah. Right. Okay. Speaking of the announcement,
they're throwing my lip bus.
Snoop, yo.
I didn't hear all of it, but I heard, because by the time I got to it, everybody, social media started taking it down.
Yeah.
But from what I'm hearing, it was classic.
First of all,
absolutely.
People don't know Snoop commentates or does voiceovers for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he does.
He's hilarious.
It is.
Hilarious.
It's great.
I remember he used to do a bit for Jimmy Kimmel's show called Planet Earth.
Oh my gosh.
And look at the voiceovers for all the little National Geographic stuff, that it was Snoop.
The snake joint?
Yes. Oh, come on. He's like, snakes are straight assholes. Like, Snoop is hilarious. Like, so I was just happy they let him go on a platform like that. Like, if I mean, you can't have him everywhere because it's Snoop.
Yeah.
Like, because everybody, all the NBA players, like,
I would love to have him everywhere.
I mean, I could imagine Snoop like NBA All-Star Game, you know, stuff like that, where you bring Snoop out like in his fun atmosphere.
I think what they should do is, they did this with the NFL. I don't know how well it works because I don't think they did it again. They should have Snoop, like, because you know sometimes you just don't want to hear the commentators during the game.
Yeah,
they should have Snoop just having conversations with people. Yeah, and while looking at the game and commenting.
That's
I'd watch that. I'd watch it any day of the week.
I would too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and just let him light up. Let him light up. He's gonna do his thing.
Right.
That's the best Snoop. Snoop is hilarious, yo. You just let him go. So if y'all haven't heard him before, go back and listen and find some of the. There's an old, like, It used to come on thing like Spike or something with a boxing league.
Yeah.
Who was the commentator of that? There's clips of that stuff on YouTube. He's hilarious.
Yes.
But yeah, when he started singing the hymns. Damn, yo. That made it. Oh, so I hope Nate says he's okay. So I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah, I'm very glad that he is okay.
Yeah, because the way he fell, I was like, he could have gotten injured just from the fall.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just from the fall. Yeah, he was like defenseless. Yeah. But he'll bounce back. Hopefully he'll be all right. Yeah, that was hilarious. What else? I seen the stuff I saw today. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to have this conversation too.
Okay.
Damn restaurant stuff.
Mm.
So for those of y'all who don't know, I don't know what a restaurant was. I don't know what city it's in.
Neither do I.
But apparently it was a black-owned restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like they were doing some type of brunch or something.
Right.
It looks kind of recent. I mean, look packed, but okay, I don't know.
Depending on where you are.
Yeah, it could be Houston. I mean, not Houston. Atlanta. You never know.
Atlanta, Florida. So one of those states.
Black-owned restaurant. A lot of black folks. DJ, music playing,
mm-hmm.
and one of the tables. I didn't look like the whole scene, but it like one of the tables. They got up, they started partying, twerking, some vibrating, shaking. Everybody's having a good time.
Yeah.
Apparently, owner comes out, black dude. He's not happy at all.
Right.
Cuts the music off, tells the DJ to stop it. He starts going off, yelling at the people there,
mm-hmm.
all the customers. Y'all want to do that? We're not having this establishment here. This is a high class establishment. Y'all take that other stuff down the road, all this stuff, yelling at people. If you don't like it, you can get the fuck out.
Right.
That's what he pretty much said. So that's caused a stir.
It has.
Social media. I've seen both sides. A lot of things I saw that were inconsistent to this whole situation.
Talk about it.
First of all, he's my man, and it seems like he's trying to create a high class establishment. But there's a lot of inconsistencies in the story.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
First, most high class establishments, they might play music,
but
you don't play. I heard one Yin Yang Twins. One clip I heard back that ass up.
Ooh.
DJ.
Yeah.
So like, and I understand you try to get the music of the people.
Right.
But when is back that ass up or Yin Yang Twins ever correlated to?
I saw that from a lot of people. A lot of people were like, you didn't need to yell at the whole restaurant. You could have went to the table and asked them.
That's right.
And you could have yelled at your DJ.
That's I think
because you know what music I know a lot of DJ friends and they'll play the music for the atmosphere.
Yeah,
right.
Yin Yang Twins
brings out
that atmosphere only does. Listen, I was a senior in high school when the Yin Yang Twins came out. It only one thing good that come from that song.
Yeah.
Like you're not playing that song just to look at the old memories. Nah. You know what I'm
saying? Like a soul, shake it. Yeah. Like I remember I definitely remember when those songs were playing I was in middle school when they were popping. I remember what was going on at the dances when those songs came on.
That's the thing. So I felt like one, can't really blame the people for that.
Right.
If you're trying to establish a high class restaurant, it's up to you to make that atmosphere. You dictate a large part of that.
Mm-hmm.
It looked aesthetically, it looked nice.
Right.
But the vibe has to be, if you got music, there's different musics for different events and different things.
Right.
Like if you wanted to have some nostalgia, there's so many other songs that you could play.
You play. And so again, that's not on the people there. Because if you play that song right now, I might start twerking.
That's the whole thing. Like, I don't care where I am. If I hear Ying Yang Twins come on,
like if nothing else, you gonna make the face.
Right.
Like, your face clean. Like you just get tight. Like you're black. You're predisposed to dance.
Beat tight face.
Beat, like you just
beat tight face.
That face. So like again, to me, so that's not. I don't put that on people. I don't put that on the customers there.
Mm-hmm.
They going on what you give them.
Right. Yeah.
You can say all you want. We want high class. We want high class. But if you don't show it, so that, to me, that's all. It ends too. The owner coming out and doing all that. That wasn't high class and professional.
No.
Like at that point, there's a lot of things probably could have done different.
Right.
Be a DJ. You know, that's just like at the club. You know, like if your DJ's trash, you don't stop the club and be like, "Oh, switch the detail, chastise the DJ."
I have seen that happen at a show though.
But that's the thing. But you got to phase them out though. You know, because at the end of the day, like I said, you have control over changing that.
Yeah.
Right. Another thing I want to bring up real quick.
Yep.
This was probably brunch.
That's
so.
Brunch.
What do you think? Like, you know, all of these people are faded. They're probably like they're probably wilding.
Yeah, mimosas is flowing.
Right.
Then you're playing music like you like I said. I don't put that on the people. I feel like if anything, you could have got the crowd back, like told the DJ, "Hey, I need you to start playing something else."
Right. Yeah. Like, hey, pull it back. This is not the atmosphere we're going for right now.
Yeah.
Right.
But you blamed. I mean, but it's the simple thing that most people do. They blame the symptom instead of the actual problem. You know, like, oh, this is what happened. That's the problem. No. You should have taken a step back and realized, because the last thing you want to do is yell at the people who are paying you.
And that's the thing. And especially in today's age, where a lot of establishments and things like that, word of mouth spread so quickly. What did somebody do? Pull out their phone, and now we have a viral video.
Yeah.
Right. And now, will we see people go there now?
No, people ain't like, no. Especially if you're off, especially like brunch crowd is a very kind of particular crowd.
Yeah.
You know, especially spending the week, like I know in the DC area, brunch is a thing here.
Oh, yeah.
Huge thing here. And there's a lot of competition. So if people don't want to go there, you're finished. They got somewhere else to go next door.
Right.
You know,
literally next door.
Literally.
And here's my thing, like being that I've been to a few brunches and stuff like that. Usually what happens, and I think this could have been the mistake, the brunch is usually with the DJ. If there's a DJ there, he starts off real light. As it gets closer to 1 or 2, when people are on their 9th, 6th, or 7th mimosa, get a little more live. A little more live. A little more live. Because then it carries you through the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Right. And you're riding on that high for like the rest of it. And you're riding on that high. Yeah.
So I feel like I was like, this might not be the best move. Might have been other ways to accomplish that goal. Or you just take an L that week and come back next brunch.
That's the whole thing. That's why I didn't understand. Sometimes you got to look at it and be like, this is not what I wanted. So what did I do that caused this situation to happen? You can't blame your customers.
No.
Because if they would have walked into McDonald's, let's go to McDonald's. They ain't randomly starting to twerk. So what happened that had that? And so you have to go back and reassess. You just started yelling at people. Why would I want to go there?
Yeah.
They're playing Ying Yang Twins. McDonald's.
People out. Like, what do you expect was going to happen? So
if I walked into a restaurant that was playing Ying Yang Twins, I'd be like, oh, they're about to get live? Like, why else are you playing it?
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all ain't playing Kenny G in this joint. What's going on here? So I thought that was interesting. And like, then again, here we go again. Like the Black community, I think this stuff is confusing for a lot of people. You know, because it's causing a lot of division as well too.
Right.
Because now we're looking at, there's a lot of people, even on the outside, in the optics of it, Black-owned businesses don't have control. Black-owned businesses don't know how to run. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not the case. This is, I think this is a very isolated incident, but this incident is blown up. And we already have issues with Black-owned businesses being supported as well anyway. So now this makes it, so it's not the case everywhere, y'all. Like, also too, sometimes the optics, I brought this story up because I wanted to have a conversation, but also to say, sometimes it don't be that serious.
Right.
But also continue to support establishments. My main thing is, if Black-owned business or not, you go somewhere, they treat you well, that's your spot. You know where to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so in these cases too, go experience things for yourself. I know word of mouth can be big, but also if people were there and they had a good time and now it's their spot, then have a good time and be their spot. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Also, please, like, think about, like, if you were in his shoes, like, think about the other side. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. The other side too, and I think he's good. He's gonna get beat up for this one. I mean, like, and hopefully, I think this is a learning thing, bro. Like I said, I think this might have been handled differently. But to come out, that's like customer service 101. Like, and to be honest, business wise, restaurant looked packed.
Yeah,
it looked jumping. Like, those same people can come back if you change the atmosphere. You don't have to say a word to them.
Nope.
Right.
You don't have to say a word. Just come back. Even if you swap the DJ or whatever, you just have the DJ. Here's what I want you to play. Next week, nobody has to know anything different.
Yeah, and I remember one thing I learned in customer service. It was one of the coldest things I've ever heard said, but it was the truest. They, I used to install cable going from house to house, and they sat down there and looked at me, and they were like, the person that you're going to install cable for does not care if you had a bad day.
Yeah.
And so they're like, they don't care if your last customer was bad. They don't care. They don't care because they're not them.
Yep.
And you have to be able to separate those things. And, he could have been having a bad day and a bad moment, and it all just boiled up. And sadly, like, you hate to say it this way because it sounds cold, but the people don't care.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's something you have to be able to I'm hoping it's a learning moment to learn that, like Kenny was saying, you dictate your culture, you dictate your atmosphere. I saw some people writing like, oh, what if he just wanted to control his atmosphere and what he wants it to be like? That wasn't the time and place for that.
Yeah.
There are time and places where you can do it, and it's going to be on the back end, to talk to people, but going out, because now you're known as the dude who might yell at you if you dance in his restaurant.
Yeah.
And so, I really hope whatever happens, he can fix it and right that ship, because the last thing you want is another black business closing.
Yeah.
Right.
Like he said, he must have been doing, the food must be banging.
Well, something right. Jumping.
Right.
And I hate to say it, this is the last thing I'm gonna say on this, but like, ignorance on ignorance doesn't work.
No.
Yeah.
You thought it was ignorant. You don't come at them ignorant.
Right.
Yeah.
I
saw 3 or 4 angles of that thing. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, people ain't responding to that.
Yeah.
So yeah. So crazy stuff, but we could do better. It's all good. About that time, you got any Karens?
Hold on, before we talk about that, let's talk about Ice Cube.
Yeah, let's talk about Q for a second. He just put that.
He recently, like literally maybe a couple hours ago, he posted a video about his statement and what he was trying to do.
Okay.
Like, here's the thing. Okay, let's try to give context. Ice Cube was trying to make a plan for the black community.
Yeah.
he was trying to get with he was trying to do it through the government. He was trying to do it with the Democrats and with the Republicans. The Democrats said, wait until after the election before we get in there. He said, cool. The Republicans said, oh yeah, come on. And then the Republicans made Ice Cube that one black friend.
Yeah. Yeah. So
and it didn't, and as that happened, they took that and they capitalized on that moment.
Yeah.
And so through that, everyone has, well, I'm not going to say everyone. I'm going to say most of the media has painted Ice Cube to be now a Republican. And that's not what he's trying to do.
Yeah. I think this is all right. This is easy. He got played, honestly. Yeah. He got played. He got political. That was politics.
Yeah.
That's two sides of the coin. Democrats was like, nah, let's wait till we get our guy in there and let's figure it out. First of all, this goes back months. People understand it. This goes back a long time. But again, they're playing election politics.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime, a couple months, first of all, if you come at anybody a month or two before an election, nothing's happened.
Right.
Everybody's in election mode. So they were like, now let's wait till I get our boy in and we'll see what happens. And the Republicans said, you know what? We can see this as an opportunity to try to get some more black votes.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to look at we're going to paint Ice Cube like he was on that guy. Even at the Twitter post that I saw like Jared in them post, like, thanks Ice Cube for being our guy and being number one. It sounded it sounded completely like what it was. They set him up.
Literally. Hey, this is my black friend, Ice Cube.
Yeah, they brought him to the party. He didn't know what kind of party it was. He thought it was going to be an Ice Cube party. Nah, fam, nah. So it is what it is. But like, again, I have these conversations with everyone.
Right.
This is what happens in politics. Also, too, for anyone who doesn't know, if you want to make any type of real move in this country or in this world, you have to go through a political system at some point to do it. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care who you think you are. In a grandiose scale that they're trying to achieve is not going to happen without some type of government, anything, buy-in, funding, implementation, because that's the level that he's trying to put it on, y'all. Like, so for someone who's been in this world trying to do these things, at some point you need them around, if nothing else.
Right.
Like,
here's where I'll give him props, right? We live in a world right now where, for some unknown reason, Democrats are afraid to even talk to Republicans. Like, if you talk to one, then everybody wants to call you one and you're hated.
Yeah.
Right.
Obama actually did an interview a year or two ago, maybe longer, on David Letterman's Netflix show.
Right.
And he starts to talk about how social media, because of their algorithms, drive you down one road and one road hard.
Yep.
It's really funny and you can check what social media thinks you are. I think they said I was a conservative on my social media, and I think what happened was my phone was in my pocket one day, and it liked and followed like 2 or 3 conservative things on accident. And I've never watched any of their videos, but then like randomly they started popping up, and I was like, why are these things? And I was like, I like this thing. I was like, what just happened? Yeah. And now they think I'm a conservative, and I was like, oh, whatever. I don't really care. You give me whatever you want. I find it interesting to hear both sides of the story. Right. But to me, like, for instance, the girl Gina, the girl who plays on the Star Wars joint, everybody wants her removed because she made some pro-Republican comments. And I was like, so she didn't offend a race. She didn't do any of that. She was just pro-Republican, which means she's racist now and she should be removed. I was like, if you're going that far, that there's no end to it. So I give him mad props, even if he got played. I would rather, it's like it's like being posterized.
Right.
I'd rather be there and try to block it
Yeah.
than to be just sitting there being like, nah, man, that's not me.
Yeah.
At least this dude tried to play defense and was there. That's like my boy Patrick, my favorite player in the league. He's on everybody's poster
because he jumped
there like this, but he was there trying to block it. And I'll give him that much. It's you're gonna have to play ball with both if you're gonna actually, like Kenny said, like to actually make change and make long-lasting change. Even if all these rappers gave their millions of dollars back to the community, if they gave every penny back, it wouldn't do a cent of damage for what is needed in the communities. It has to be federal funding.
Yeah. And even if it's not like the funding, like I said, there's a lot of cooperation that has to happen.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of understanding. There's a lot of support, things like that. And even not just at the presidential level, we're talking about local levels, things like that.
Right.
Because that's where a lot of like grassroots implementation and stuff is probably going to come from in the first place. Always going to start. So like, people, if you have no idea, wake up. Wake up. I don't care your nonprofit. I don't care your foundation. We all have to work together. Yep. And if you like the dude or not, and unfortunately, like, I ain't gonna like the cat, but if it had to come down, I gotta sit with him and talk to him to make a move for the people. Then I gotta sit down and talk with this cat, make a move for people. Real world, y'all. You're not gonna like everybody. They're not gonna like you. And that's not how business is.
This notion of I should only talk to people I like to. I'm like, well, then you're not going very far.
Not going.
Right.
And then that's how currently the game is played when we talk about like programming. We talk about like systems. And for the stuff that Ice Cube, and I'm not talking about, he ain't trying to pass out turkeys on holidays. If you go back and read their proposal, and it's a group of people, it's not just Ice Cube, by the way. He's part of a group, a large group, an organization that's really trying to bring a lot of reform and things like that. I'm not going to talk trash about the man because I see it, And so this is one of those things where I'm going to say, like, if y'all ain't reading up on it, you don't know what to talk about.
Right.
But this is how it goes. So they set out months ago. They went to both. They went to both parties. They went to everybody. They went to large foundations. They went to people who fund these things. Like, this is our plan. Who's going to rock with us?
Right.
Here's the thing. At the end of the day, he still might get the last laugh when they get into office and then they work something out with his plan.
And that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. And that's why, as I was watching that video, watched a large part of that video before we started, like, he ain't phased. Also, too, when you get to that point of certain like celebrity and notoriety and fame, like you said, you got to have tough skin.
Right.
Some people are going to agree. A lot of people aren't because they don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
Right.
Like,
this isn't the first time that people have tried to cancel Ice Cube.
Yeah. And
you ain't lying.
And that's just how it goes. If, like I said, because somebody's always, I had this in the world when I feel like somebody's always going to try to cancel.
The government tried to cancel his whole album at one point in time. So, he's like, this is another walk in the park. You know?
Right. Think about if he held grudges. Think about if he had a personal grudge.
That man had guns.
Yeah.
He had a whole crew. That whole crew had guns.
But I mean, not even that. Think about like, that's why I say it's amazing when you start to operate in a business mindset, you start to operate in like a mass change mindset, and like leadership that comes along with that level of stuff, like all that little back and forth stuff, all that little street stuff, all that little games you play, all that stuff is nothing.
Yeah.
And like you literally have to be with people and be around people and meet and talk to people who, one, probably have no care of who you are.
Right.
They might know you by name, but they have no idea who you are. You think that people meet with at this level, no Ice Cube, like they don't care about all that stuff. So at some point you got to put all that aside and get the job done.
Right.
Like I've been in rooms of meetings with people and they looking at you like I'm just another Negro. And I'm trying to get things done. So I have to come at them and let them know who I am and what I'm trying to get done.
Yeah.
Like, so no, I get what he's trying to do. You know, and there's other people out here who are trying to fight that good fight as well.
Right.
So shout out to all of them. And I think as a community, the best thing we can do is support.
Right.
Support these dudes. Man. You think Ice Cube needs to do this?
He doesn't. He's got money.
Yeah. Ice Cube could sit around somewhere and be good forever. But he's trying to help. So get on board or get left, man.
Right.
But, you know, so so
he was definitely like, one thing I'll say about it is that he's definitely looking at the big picture and he's trying to get everybody in there.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And people are clowning him for it.
Yeah,
because he understands, he's like, you're clowning, but at the end of the day, it's going to benefit you. And they're going to be like, now I see. But it's so easy, especially with social media. It's just so easy to clown somebody, you know, keyboard warriors out here.
Right.
And then, you know, you don't read anything and realize, oh, he was actually really trying to do help.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, who's broke? Huh?
Yeah.
That's the thing. You know,
yeah.
I'm gonna say this too. Like, and if you don't get it, I understand why, people. But the world changes as you climb the tax brackets, and how the world operates and how things are viewed when you start climbing the tax brackets is totally different from when you start. You know, and to me, that's one of the telltale signs of maturity and understanding. You know, when I have conversations with people and they make conversations like that, I'm like, all right, unfortunately, I know where you are.
Right.
You know, and it's not judging. I know where people stand.
Right.
So I know how to act accordingly. So, yeah.
Also, that's kind of why I'm not mad at all these rappers that we're talking about. Oh, yeah, vote for Trump. Because he's like, once Sasses come around, I'm gonna be good. Y'all might not be good, but I'm gonna be good.
I understood him. You might not like it, but you understood him. Why?
That was it. That's them.
Yeah.
I heard what was his name? One of the football player, one of the retired football player. He even said it. He said, you know, with previous administration was in the office, my $1 million check, I got taxed, only got $600,000 back out of $1 million check. Trump's in office, I get more back. What do you think people tied to? This man is giving me more money back in my pocket.
Yeah.
I like him. The other guy didn't. I don't like him. Sometimes it's simple as that for people. Yep. So when you have all these dudes making all this money and you have a guy that's going to let them keep some of their money back, what do you think they're going to rock with?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I heard Lil Wayne say that stuff. Okay. That's his viewpoint, though.
All right.
Cool, but that's why, again, that understanding.
Yep.
So, yeah. All right, I know we can go on this all day. That's it. Some of this stuff gets me fired.
Ooh, real quick. Bob's and Karens.
Okay.
There was a Karen that said.
Start.
Okay.
We got a guest. So Darius, if you don't know, we do a segment every week called Bob's and Karens.
Okay.
Karens being Karens.
I got you.
Bob's are the male version of Karens. We named them Bob.
Okay.
But yeah, so we have conversations about the videos we come across.
I got you.
Sorry, Dave.
Proceed.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. I'm sure he listens to the show, so he already knows what it is.
Yeah.
So there was a Karen that I think she was, I kind of forgot what was going on in the video, but she went to this black man and she said, "You look intimidating." And I was like, what? And he said, "Wait, hold on. I look intimidating. You came to me. How like, what? And then she starts antagonizing him, this man. And as they do, because they always want a reaction. And he stood his ground. He was better than me, because lately I've been seeing these videos and I just be thinking, that's not the way I would have went about that. That's all I'm gonna say with that.
See, that's the thing. What I always say, they seek us out.
Mm-hmm.
We be minding our own business. They come provoke us. Why? So that we can make the move and they can counter with the cops.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why the goal at the end of the day, keep your cool, man. Get home.
Get home.
This is part of the strategy. We have this conversation every week. Every single week.
Every week.
They seek us out. Black people be minding their own business.
Right. This is episode 79. We talk about this every week.
Every freaking week.
How is it that we have enough, like we said, episode 79. We've been talking about this for a while. How is it that we have ammo every single week?
Because this stuff has been happening forever. Now we're just able to record it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This has been, I'm telling you, it's like white people have a convention.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the topics at the convention. It's almost like a standard practice for a lot of people. These are not random occurrences. This is one of those things that's part of the system. Provoke black folk, black man pops off, he does something crazy, we call the cops, we get him off. We play victim.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just being recorded. So we have to continue to keep our cool.
Yeah,
level head, and I know it's hard. It sucks. Again, it's frustrating. Mm-hmm. They deserve to get their head bust. I know. But the goal at the end of the day is to get home.
Mm-hmm.
We have stuff to lose. We got families. We got lives. You know, they're willing to risk it all.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not for no damn Bob or no Karen.
I never forget a time I was with my boy and we were going to his house. The cops pulled us over, and then they wanted to search the car. I was the only black person in the car. Mm-hmm. So they go ask him for his ID. The cop comes over and asks me for my ID. I'm in the passenger seat. Mm. And I was like, it's a little strange. So my boy is sitting in the back with his girlfriend, and he asked the cop, hey, do you need to see my ID? And the cop goes, no. And we all kind of look at each other and look back. So I hand the cop my ID. He looks at it. He looks at me. He looks at it. He goes, this is your ID? I was like, yeah, it's mine. And then he kind of looks at his partner. They walk back, have a discussion. They were shocked to find out I was a 14-year-old with my driver's permit. And they really thought they were going to get something else. Yep. Searched the whole car up and down. Found like some firework under the spare tire that God knows if anybody knew was there. That we're going to confiscate this and whatever. So we get to my friend's house and tell his mom, and his mom is ready to go talk to the police. They're sitting at the corner. She's like, I got this. She's like, they can't do this to you, Darius. And I was like, oh, don't worry about it. We made it home. Everybody alive. And she was ready. And I was like, they can't say, no. My goal was accomplished. I made it to my destination alive. Right. You know, this ain't but another day on the block.
Right. Just another day.
You know, all he did was take my ID and look at it, you know. It is what it is.
Absolutely.
That's what goes on. So that's why, you know, they doing stuff. Just like last week, that neighbor, she approached the family with the taser and all that in her hand. Like,
she what?
They property minding their own business.
You see that? It was the chick with the dog.
Yeah.
She had a taser in the other hand.
Because she didn't want to say she approached because it acted black in the neighborhood. They lived there, been there 15 years. So she approaches them on their property with a taser in her hand and a dog in the other hand.
I just don't understand. People were like they were like the guy said, you were intimidating me. Why are you approaching me then? Like, I don't understand.
If you're scared, why
not intimidating enough? Like, listen, black men, we've all walked through neighborhoods where we're like, and then saw a group of black guys and been like,
yeah.
I have never approached them. I have gone to the other side of the street. Mm-hmm. So obviously you're not intimidated.
You're not intimidated. Right. Playing games. That's what it is. Because if you're really scared, you get the hell up out of it.
Right.
Hell up.
And also, if there have been situations where you see that and you mind your business.
Another thing too, because you know, like, nope. Nope. Where's been the other day? We saw some stuff pop off us. Nope.
You see something going down, you say, like, someone might, like, one of them might see you. They say, what's up? It's like, what's up?
Nope.
You go about your day.
Business. I'm good. That's them over there. They arguing. Nope.
Never forget, I was at a bar one time, and these white guys were antagonizing these Hispanic guys, and I just happened to be sitting in the middle of both of them. I was with my boy, but he was hollering at somebody, and them do him. I'm sitting there. Then I felt somebody put their hand on my shoulder and say, "Don't worry, we got him." I said, "Oh, got up, we walked right away." I said, "You got the wrong one today." The bartender knew me and just laughed because he was like, "I don't know who you talking to. I ain't getting a part of none of this nonsense." Slowly walked away and sat somewhere else for like 5 minutes before they could get cooler heads.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
They really be trying, y'all. It's ridiculous. So again, another example, man. They keep proving our point every week. Any more?
Oh, here's an example of me minding my business. So I went to a concert, one of my favorite guys. I talk about him on the other podcast all the time. Super Duper Kyle. Great show. After the show, there was a dude that was having a great time at the show. Like him and Kyle were like buddy and stuff. And then after the show, his girlfriend get into a huge argument. They start fighting, and he starts even fighting the bouncer at the club. And I'm just like once I heard the bouncer say, "Yo, I'm calling the cops," I was like, "Yeah, I'm out of here."
That's a good move, because most of the time they beat you down before they call the cops. Yeah.
So, she was definitely smaller than him.
Okay, still, yeah.
Got up out of there.
I tell you,
I'm not catching me here.
Anytime stuff like that, I ain't see nothing. Nothing. Nope, I'm out.
Every time I think of that stuff, I think of Dave Chappelle. Look at those 5 to 10. You know what I'm saying?
No, we good. That's yeah. Right. So, oh man, y'all, it's been real. We've been doing this for a minute.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good time.
Appreciate you. Come on whenever you want, man.
Man, thanks for having me. I will definitely try. School's about to be over soon.
Hey,
Jesus. Well, over for the semester. Then we go back. But I got to do it. This semester has been rough. It's been rough.
Get your education on, fam.
I know. At this point in time, that might be how I'm spelling it. This was great, guys. I'll definitely be back.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man. So y'all know where to find us, communitycoalitionshow.com. Check us out.
Oh, wait, hold on. Before we do that, Darius, where can they find you?
Where can they find me?
That's a good question.
Very good question. You can follow me on the gram at Darius Regis Unverified.
Hey, get Darius verified.
There's some things that are coming up, but I don't want to put them out yet because we ain't 100% launch. But next time I'm on, maybe that's what we'll talk about.
Yeah, we do a promo.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like
we'll do a little promo launch joint.
David, you tried. I appreciate it. Oh.
Thank you, David. Hey, I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Oh man, yeah, y'all know where to find. Dude. Y'all know where to find us. We're gonna be around. So till next week, y'all.
Peace.